and a fake Roboto saying, I saw him making fake videos about me too.
Hello there, Candy. I got your message, and as a courtesy, I'm replying directly.
And then, how could, they try to make a false smear campaign and lie and say that me and Matthew are in a sexual relationship with each other.
That is absolutely not true. I would never say such a thing, unless there was some kind of proof to back it up. As far as I know, you haven't even been in the same state together. However, since you brought it up, I have publicly opined that Matthew would, most likely, be happy to lose his V-card to you, and I stand by that despite his prior remarks about race.
And then they lie and say that, that we're both crazy or whatever, and then...
Well, let's be honest, Candy. You seem to think anyone who bugs you is a gang stalker. Guy bouncing his feet on the train? Gang stalker. Woman wearing an Aaliyah t-shirt? Gang stalker. Oh, by the way, aviation is one of my favorite subjects, and her tragic death was, actually, a complete accident, with a couple of strong parallels to the crash that killed Buddy Holly. Anyway, back to mental health. Healthy people understand that the world is simply filled with other humans who each have their own lives to live. A homeless guy on a bench wasn't placed there to piss you off. He's just sitting down. Assuming that every burned out fog light, tail light, or arm out the window indicates a stalker is also pure madness. What happens when one of Matthew's lights burns out? Does that mean he becomes a stalker too? In short, you've given me lots of evidence to indicate you've got serious mental health issues.
They coming at Matthew harder than they're coming at me now. And they, so it's like, how do these stalkers think that they could tell you more about your life and your history and your background and your childhood when they just start stalking you 2 weeks ago?
To be fair, I've actually been watching a little longer than 2 weeks, and watching is exactly half of the things I've done when it comes to you, Candy. The other half is commentary. The thing that makes your life so easy to know about is the long list of videos and community posts on your channels over the years. Take the yard pooping thing from the other day. You were emphatic that you never used a lawn as a potty spot. Meanwhile, on your other channel, there is a short where you bemoan someone parking near your potty spot on a lawn, in full view of at least one nearby house. This isn't stalking, it's called paying attention.
And they think that they can, if you say this happened, they say, no, it didn't happen like that, it happened like this. Who the fuck told you?
Your own videos, Candy. They are what has told me everything. Oh sure, your narration is a lot different than what I see, but that's pretty easy to debunk based on the footage itself. Remember that couple the other night that sat down near your bench at the aquarium, smoked a joint, and goofed around with each other? You saw 2 perps sent there to harass you. I saw 2 people on a date having a good time. 2 people who had no idea you were even there.
You don't know shit, shut the hell up.
No. Actually, I'd like to suggest that you consider shutting your mouth, and I'll tell you why. I hate Milli Vanilli, so this backing track isn't here because I like it. It's my first guess about the song. You know, the one you mentioned in the video before this? Whether you know it or not, you are the one who snitches on yourself. I haven't heard or seen Brandy suggest any numbers to bug you with. You're the one who goes nuts when they come up. And I'm willing to bet you're already wondering why she talked about that song, even though it was actually you who brought it up.
You think you know my life better than me, and you just came on the scene 2 weeks ago. Or you just came on the scene 1 day ago and stalking and harassing. You're not going to try to rewrite the history of my life and think you know it better than me, and you're a fucking internet stranger and I don't know shit about your life.
Correction. You're the one trying to rewrite your life, Candy, and you're doing it against the backdrop of your own years of recorded history. I'd say you were trying to gaslight people, but I kind of think you actually believe yourself when you say these things, and so that wouldn't be gaslighting, just seeing what's not there, which goes hand in hand with mental illness.
Why the hell are you stalking and watching people you claim you can't stand?
I never said I couldn't stand you. If that were true, I wouldn't be able to watch. You silly goose.
You don't have authority over me. For you to try to control and manipulate and stalk an internet stranger, you're the fucking sick one. That needs to be put to a stop.
Here's how it works. When you make a video, go live, or put up a post on your community tab, you're doing it in public. That makes it eligible for commentary, criticism, and literally everyone to see. I will very likely get bored of you someday, but as long as you're out in public, making yourself a public spectacle, people will watch. And you can't control who does and does not get to see what you post. Well, actually you can, but it would totally defeat your entire purpose for being here. You could make everything on your channel members only, but that would just mean no new people would ever get to see you. So as long as you are here and doing your thing, you will be faced with hecklers and trolls. It's simply part of the game. I wrote some articles for Cracked many years ago, and even back then the trolls were there. If you can't handle them, your only choice is to stop. I know you can't stop though, thus you find yourself in what's known as a catch-22. Anyway, long story made short, you're just gonna have to put up with me as long as my interest holds and I abide by the rules.